In simple business terms, products are any goods or services sold or procured by your business. In Xero specifically, under the products module, you can have two types of products based on whether or not they have something called an item code. Now, this item code is the pivot of the products module sync. In Xero, products with an item code are defined as items, and products without one are defined as services. The problem here, however, arises when you try syncing with Zoho CRM. In Zoho CRM, the products module only allows only one type of product, and they all must have an item code, or a product code, which is the item code equivalent in the Zoho CRM. Because of this, for the sync to work, an item code must be specified. Okay, I know that this whole thing might be a little confusing right now, so to clear that out, let's take a look at exactly what these products and items look like. Here we have an item in Xero, or as we just established, a product with an item code. To clarify here, the only reason this product is deemed an item is because it has an item code. If it didn't, it would be called a service. Pretty straightforward, right? So in Xero, the idea is for a product to be defined, all you need is a product name. A code isn't really necessary. For instance, if we take the screenshot on the screen as an example, the item code for this product is test U101. If it was left blank, the product would still have been registered in Xero under test as a service. This, however, wouldn't be the same for CRM. So now let's take a closer look at what a product means in the CRM. Here, as you can see, you've got a product in the CRM, specifically the synced product from the last slide. And due to this sync, you've got the product details here, reflecting the same data it did on the last slide, back in Xero. So if you look closely, you can see that the item code from Xero is displayed as a product code in the CRM. This item/product code is essentially what enables the products coming in from Xero to be readable to the CRM as a product. If the product didn't have the item code to begin with, the Zoho CRM wouldn't have been able to read it, and this sync couldn't have taken place. Now, what's the reason for this odd specification, you might ask? Well, again, it's because of Zoho's unique infrastructure. By default, and in contrast to Xero, the Zoho CRM requires a product code for anything to be defined as a product. To put it in one word, it's a prerequisite for the products module. Without it, any goods or services that your business might be offering won't be registered at all. So as you can see, this is another type of specific that our sync caters towards. So this time, the product code here, test U101, would have been a mandatory field to fill out, i.e. you wouldn't have been able to leave a blank like you could have in Xero, as discussed in the previous slide. That brings us to the technicality involved in syncing this particular module. For the sync to work, what's required is that both of the apps, especially the 𝗖𝗄𝗯𝗀𝗀𝗀 CRM, can read and register the products being synced. So as the CRM can only read products with product codes and Xero has both products with and without item codes, for the sync to work, all the products coming in from Xero must all have an item code. Simply put, with an item code, your sync works, and without it, it doesn't. So to wrap up this whole item product debacle, the difference between products and items is mainly based on the app the product is in. In Xero, it's more of a lenient term which refers to two types of products, and in the CRM, it refers to any one type of product, which by default must have a corresponding product code. Due to this difference, any product from Xero will essentially need to be an item, i.e. have an item code for it to be synced.